narrowed it down a little bit. Syncopations, right, so timing changes, level changes, rise and fall, body movement, and speed changes, decelerations and accelerations. So those are just kind of 4 things that we kind of drilled into you guys to get used to how you can layer your basics and make them more complex. So we started with all basics, and then we added 1 layer to each basic. So we started with a triple rhythm break, 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. With our side pass throw out, we started with syncopations and timing work. So for the leaders,
we went 1, 2, 3, and 4. You step and 5, and 6, and 1, right? So you do it this way, so you see this is my 4, and 5, and 6, and 1.
Good. For the followers, we had a little press and pulse. We have 1, 2, press, 3, pulse, 4, and cross and back. So we end in that third foot position on count 6. Leaders had an and 1. From here we went right into our underarm turn with a level change. Followers had 2, 3, and a 4. We lifted, 5, and drop. So we talked about having that contrast, right? If I were to drop into 5, I might lift into 6. But we stayed with the lift on 5. So 5 and 6, and of course, as soon as I feel myself ugly, I start to gather in that right foot.
Okay, we had a little bit offset of the 4, and then we hooked the 5 and 6. So level change down on 5 and 6.
From here we went, sorry.
So I do it this way, so I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, go 5 and 6. And I talked about looking at the follower, so she knows you meant to do that.
From here we went right into a sugar push, talking all about body movement. Followers, even to count 1, coming out of the plie position, we talked about winking that belly button and opening that chest. 1, 2,
and we talked about keeping a small 2.
Followers, we're just bringing that left shoulder forward, matching his body angle.
We talked about making sure that you still ask for resistance on this 3, right? Compression there, so it's not loosey-goosey. Don't pull, don't stop the follower, right? It's a hard wall. You still have to ask for it coming in, going back out with a hip for 4, and then finishing with a 5 and 6.
Followers, we added a little bit of arm styling to that, so anytime I move my body, it's always going to cater to me extending that through the arms. So I might make my belly button and go 1 and a 2, and I extend, I retract, trip both steps. So I just keep that in constant movement.
Good. And this again, we talk about making sure that this arm, because if it stays there, then the followers feel like if they're going to match my body, they're going to fall over, right? So I want this arm to be soft and bring them into you and then back. Because again, you're leading it with your body, not your arm.
From there we went into a whip with an outside turn. We talked all about decelerating the speed of this outside turn.
So leaders, on count 5, you're pointing your right leg and killing the momentum for 5. Then you're taking it over nice and slow and giving it to the followers, yes?
Good.
So from here.
So followers, we transferred the weight right underneath my center for 5 as I started my fan through count 6, gathering 7, waving in the audience, stepping through count 8, anchoring 9 and 10. So really owning that moment to take those 2 extra counts. Followers, the action, if you're at home, you're waiting on the left foot, you're going to think of opening up the right leg, gathering for the pivot, and stepping down line.
So leaders, we talked about for you, as you step through, waiting for it to step here. When she steps on that 8 and you're on the right foot, just do a walk, walk. If she steps really through quickly and you end on the left foot, go ahead and just do your triple. We talked about also for the leaders, kind of shaping and giving yourself a little pinch on the back so it kills the momentum as opposed to just keeping it basic.
Yes? Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. All right.